future.
In the spirit of Indonesian heroes, during the battle in the 10th of November 1945, ITS always makes efforts to be the best in education, research, and community services, especially in the fields of industry and maritime. ITS also actively contributes to the nation development, and in the future, ITS will become an entrepreneurial university with world-class reputation.
ITS has many achievements. Both national and international achievements prove that ITS keeps growing and gives the best contribution to the nation of Indonesia. ITS is a place for new hopes to grow, an ideal environment for the new generation to flourish in 3 strategic locations within the industrial city of Surabaya. As a smart eco-campus, ITS maintains harmony between technological advances and the sustainability of the surrounding ecosystem. ITS has 7 faculties with prospective scientific fields, including Scientics, INSIS, Vocation, Creatis, Mortech, Electrics, Plan. ITS is a space for the new generation who are hungry for knowledge because it provides a wide range of references in both physical and digital form. ITS makes it easier for the new generation to access information by providing flexible classes. ITS keeps moving forward in facing future challenges by providing the best facilities for the new generation's activities. The facilities support both spiritual and physical needs. ITS also provides research facilities in the ITS Science Technopark, including ICT and robotics, automotive, maritime, and creative industries. Therefore, the excellent generations from ITS will emerge and make history. ITS is a space for the new generation to express themselves. ITS is a place where the new generation learns new things and finds their purpose. ITS has become a place where the new generations that carry the future will be born.
ITS is a campus of science and technology, which focuses on the research and innovation, presenting technology for prosperity.
With a spirit of heroism, ITS brings the future before us. ITS, the University of Heroes. The world keeps evolving, The times keep changing. The new generation of technology. The new generation of information. They bring the future before us. Institut Teknologi 10 November, a place where the spirit of heroism underlies the new generation to research and innovate in technology. The University of Heroes, ITS. ITS is one of the best science and technology universities in Indonesia, which was founded by Dr. Angga in 1957. In every step, ITS focuses in advancing education, research, management, and community service. As an incorporated public university, ITS has been able to manage autonomously the policy of academics, organizations, finance, students' affairs, human resources, facilities, operational, and infrastructure.
In the spirit of Indonesian heroes, during the battle in the 10th of November 1945, ITS always makes efforts to be the best in education, research, and community services, especially in the fields of industry and maritime. ITS also actively contributes to the nation development, and in the future, ITS will become an entrepreneurial university with world-class reputation.
ITS has many achievements. Both national and international achievements prove that ITS keeps growing and gives the best contribution to the nation of Indonesia. ITS is a place for new hopes to grow. An ideal environment for the new generation to flourish in 3 strategic locations within the industrial city of Surabaya. As a smart eco-campus, ITS maintains harmony between technological advances and the sustainability of the surrounding ecosystem. ITS has 7 faculties with prospective scientific fields, including Scientics, INSIS, Vocation, Creatis, Mortech, Electrics, Plan.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we start commence the program, and here are the following webinar protocol. For each participant ID, please use your real name following with your origin of institution. All of participants are expected to mute the audio and only unmute the video during the event. We cordially invite you to take your own firm and comfort seat in your own room, and please avoid the backlight. Make sure that you have a good and stable internet connection. If you have an earphone or headset, we recommend you to use it so that your voice can clearly and loudly to be heard. During the Q&A discussion session, all participants, please use the chat box to deliver the questions. Thank you for your cooperation and consideration.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to guest lecture series on SDGs today, Tuesday, 14 September 2021. I am Raini Aryani from ITS Global Engagement and will be your master of ceremony of this afternoon. Thank you for joining our guest lecture series on GLS today. And before we start our agenda, let me inform you some rules of the event. First, please adjust your name or ID screen using format name_campus. And then second, during the lecture, please turn off your microphone and only turn on the microphone when the moderator gives the chance. Third, please fill your attendance at bit.ly/GLS_attendance. Our committee also sent the attendance link in the Zoom chat room. For participants who wish to get an e-certificate and stamp, please fill the attendance 15 minutes after the session starts. And the last, participant who wish to ask questions during the Q&A session, please send your question to bit.ly/GLS_Q&A. The link for question listed in the chat room as well, or you can ask directly by clicking the raise hand feature. Today, GLS on SDGs will present a topic entitled Digital Lifestyle Adaptation for Society 5.0 Readiness that will be delivered by Associate Prof Noormaizatul Akmar from University Malaysia Perlis Ishak with asynchronous. Other than that, we will also have a topic entitled Exploring the Natural Resources for Good Health and Well-Being that will be delivered by Associate Professor Indah Amin from University Technology Mara. This lecture will be moderated by Ibu Wirdatul Muslihatin, MSc from ITS. And before we start our agenda, let me allow me to deliver our schedule today as follows. First, opening. Second, introduction to moderator and speaker. Third, lecture section. Fourth, Q&A session. Fifth, certificate awarding. And sixth, closing. Now, before we proceed to the next agenda, let me introduce our moderator. Our moderator for today is Ibu Wirdatul Muslihatin, MSc. She got Master of Science major Botany in Institut Pertanian Bogor or IPB Indonesia. And since 2012, she's a lecturer at Biology Department at ITS as an assistant professor. And since 2016 until 2020, she was a head of a laboratory of bioscience and biotechnology in ITS. And she also published several books, such as the first is Benih Sintetik sebagai Upaya Perbanyakan Bibit dan Konservasi Moringa Oleifera, and the second one Keanekaragaman Jaringan Tumbuhan di Indonesia, and the third one is Diversity of Plant Tissue in Indonesia. And without further ado, let's proceed to the main agenda. Ibu Wirda, the microphone is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mbak Rani. My voice is clear.
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it clearly, Ibu Wirda.
Okay. Thank you, Mbak Rani. And Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Associate Professor Noormaizatul Akmar and Associate Professor Indah Muhammad Amin and all participants in this meeting. Okay. We meet again in guest lecture series on Sustainable Development Goals, and I'm Vera from Biology Department ITS, and today I will guide you in this program. And in this afternoon, we have two interesting topics. The first topic is digital lifestyle adaptation for society 5.0. Readiness, with Associate Professor Norma. And the second topic is exploring the natural resources for good health and well-being with Associate Professor Indah. Okay. For all participants, are you ready? Are you ready, all
Yes,
participants?
we are ready, Ibu Verda.
Okay,
We
thank
cannot
you.
wait to,
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for Associate Professor Norma, Noormaizatul Akmar, and Associate Professor Indah. Thank you for joining this program today. But unfortunately, Associate Professor Noormaizatul Akmar Ishak will deliver her lecture by asynchronous. She cannot join this afternoon because she has other urgent agenda. Before lecture, I would like to introduce Associate Professor Norma Akmar Ishak. Okay, she is from, I'm sorry. Okay. She is from University Malaysia Perlis. Dr. Noormaizatul Akmar Ishak. She is an associate professor from University Malaysia Perlis, and then she has, her academic qualification. She obtained Doctor of Philosophy in Medicine. Okay. In Technology Management at Manjib Abdullah Graduate School of Business from University Utara Malaysia, and then Master of Science in International Management from University Teknologi Mara, and then her Bachelor of Engineering from University of Leeds, UK, with honor in electronic engineering. And then she has professional membership, 2015 until now, until present, Board of Engineer Malaysia. And then she has also member of Qualitative Research Association of Malaysia. And then she has also member of evaluation panel of Malaysian Qualification Agency. She has many experts. They are engineering and technology management, industrial collaborative management, and green technology and eco-innovation value chains, and then strategic leadership and management. She has also expert in knowledge and information management and organizational sustainability. Okay, that is curriculum vitae, curriculum vitae of Dr. Norma. And now we will listen the lecture of Dr. Norma for 40 minutes, and the committee, please.
Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Selamat siang pada mereka tuan-tuan dan puan-puan di Indonesia. Izinkan saya mulakan saya punya pembentangan. Thank you. Right. Greetings to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Institute Technology 10 November in Surabaya, Indonesia, for allowing me to give a talk on SDG 3, good health and well-being. So today's topic is digital lifestyles, adaptation for society 5.0 readiness. Permit me to introduce myself before I begin. My name is Noormaizatul Akmar binti Ishak. I've been with UNIMED for nearly 17 years. Right after graduating from the University of Leeds in the United Kingdom in Bachelor of Electronics Engineering, I work with Perusahaan Automobile Nasional Berhad, or Proton. Yeah? Proton is the Malaysia first car manufacturing company, and Indonesia, Proton is equal to Kijang. Then I moved to Satcom Malaysia Berhad. It is the first wireless telecommunication company in Malaysia. I was a senior engineer in the switching division. Then I moved to UNIMED as a lecturer. My areas of interest are engineering and technology management, specifically in the telecommunication fields, information and knowledge management, also organizational sustainability. So if any of you would like to work with me on any research or publication, I would be very happy to work together. So I share with you here my email, myzatul@unimap.edu.my. I'm sharing the Malaysia map with you for those who are unfamiliar with UNIMAP. University Metropolis or UNIMAP is located in the Perlis State. It is Malaysia's smallest and far north state. The border between Malaysia and Thailand is so close to us. So we have 3 campuses. We have Kangar campus, Paputra campus, and University campus, in which we have 5 faculties situated. Currently, I am attached at the Faculty of Applied and Human Sciences, and my faculty is in Kangar. Kangar is the center of Perlis State. We have undergraduates and postgraduate programs. For your information, I have been to Indonesia 4 times and tidak pernah jemu. InsyaAllah akan datang lagi. So 3 times for vacation with my family, my parents and my siblings. And 1 during my PhD study where my supervisor asked me to join a conference. It was a conference hosted by the Universitas Surabaya or Ubaya. And we really enjoyed our time there. The visit was held for us by Ubaya postgraduate students. They taken us to the Sampurna cigarette factory, the Polygon bicycle factory, and on a bus tour of Surabaya city. And I hope one day I can come and meet you all in Institute Technology 10 November. Of course, as 3rd biggest city in Indonesia, there are many interesting places to visit in Surabaya. So ini pertama kali juga saya mendengar perkataan jangcuk. Maksud dia sangat pedas, betul? Yeah? Why did I choose to discuss today's topic, digital lifestyles, adaptation for society 5.0 readiness? Well, this COVID-19 pandemic has sped up our adaptation and adaptations of our lives to digital tools and applications. And in the blink of eyes, our lives have totally changed into new normal, something that we only watch in the movies before. So prior to this, entry into the digital world was expensive. Only those with enough financial resources can afford it. So as a result, it creates a significant digital gap, a digital bridge between the have and the have not, antara yang kaya dengan yang miskin. Tidak semua mampu untuk ada smartphone dan tidak semua mampu untuk mempunyai data untuk akses kepada internet. So what are the Sustainable Development Goals? So the United Nations approved the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, in 2015 as a universal call to action to eradicate poverty, hunger, AIDS, gender inequality, safeguard the environment, and ensure that everyone lives in peace and prosperity by 2030. Inconsistent, the countries with the shortest and longest life expectancies are separated by 31 years, while some countries have achieved significant progress. National averages conceal the fact that many others have fallen behind. Beza antara satu negara miskin atau yang kurang maju dengan negara maju hampir 31 tahun. Itu sangat dahsyatlah dia punya kemajuannya. Okay, ketinggalannya, betapa tinggalnya negara yang kurang mampu. So to address inequities and promote good health for all, so multi-sectoral, rights-based and gender-sensitive matters are required. Because at least we can see that at least 400 million people do not have access to basic healthcare and 40% do not have access to social safety. So more than 1.6 billion people live in fragile environments where long-term crises combined with a lack of national capacity to administer basic health services pose a substantial threat to the world health. Every 2 seconds, someone between the ages of 30 and 70 dies from a non-communicable disease such as cardiovascular disease, chronic respiratory disease, diabetes, or cancer. So every year, 7 million people are killed by fine particles in filthy air. More than 1/3 of all women have been victims of physical or sexual violence at some point in their lives, with both short and long-term consequences. So Sustainable Development Goal 3, as our topic today, has set certain targets to achieve by all countries. So the targets are to ensure healthy lives and promotes well-being for all at all ages. So we can see that target 3.1 focus on maternal mortality. By 2030, reduce the global maternal mortality ratio to less than 70 per 100,000 lives births. Target 3.2, neonatal and child mortality. By 2030, end preventable deaths of newborns and children under 5 years of age, with all countries aiming to reduce neonatal mortality to at least as low as 12 per 1,000 live births, and under 5 mortality to at least as low as 25 per 1,000 live births. Okay. 3.3, target 3.3, infectious disease. By 2030, and the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and neglected tropical diseases, and combat hepatitis all around the world, waterborne disease, and other communicable disease. So 3.4 is a non-communicable disease. By 2030, reduced by 1/3 premature mortality from non-communicable disease through prevention and treatment, and promote mental health and well-being. 3.5, substance abuse. Strengthen the prevention and treatment of substance abuse, including narcotic drug abuse and harmful use of alcohol. 3.6, road traffic. By 2020, half the number of global deaths and injuries from road traffic accidents. By 2020, we got pandemic, we got COVID-19 pandemic, so everybody cannot ride, tidak boleh memandu, tidak boleh menunggang basikal dan kenderaan bermotor. Jadi mungkin dapat mengurangkanlah kematian di jalan raya. 3.7, sexual and reproductive health. By 2030, ensure universal access to sexual and reproductive healthcare services, including for family planning, information and education, and the integration of reproductive health into national strategies and programs. 3.8, universal health coverage, achieve universal health coverage including financial risk protection, access to quality essential healthcare services, and access to safe, effective, quality, and affordable essential medicines and vaccine for all. We can see that not all countries can afford to vaccinize their nations or their penduduk, because of the cost of the vaccines, right? This is the case of pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, for example. And 3.9, and environmental health, by 2030, substantially reduce the number of deaths and illnesses from hazardous chemicals and air, water and soil pollution and contamination. So as a result, we have to change the lifestyles of the people to ensure all the targets can be achieved. So changing lifestyle is not easy within certain conditions and environment. But we believe as the trends are more into digital during this COVID-19 pandemic, at least the awareness should be promoted. For the next 4 slides, we are going to see the infographic taken from World Bank data in 2016. I want to show to you why we, as the ASEAN countries, we are very significant to the world. When comparing with those developed countries such as the United States of America, European Union, China, and Japan, we in ASEAN is the 5th economic power. So therefore, we can understand why many countries want to do business and trading with us, because the ASEAN economy is quite significant, where ASEAN is larger than India. Okay, we are number 5th, India is number 6. So we can see how big is our potential. So this graph highlights the significant variances in the economics of the 10 ASEAN countries, as well as the fact that they combine from one of the world's largest economies. When these 10 countries, they combine, then it becomes the 5th largest economy in the world. So when the GDPs of ASEAN countries are compared, the 6 major ASEAN economies account for 96% or more of the total ASEAN GDP. We can see here, Indonesia contributes 36.49%, so the highest in ASEAN. With a population of more than 630 million people, so ASEAN is the world's 3rd largest market after China and India, because the populations means that we have a very huge of manpower. So this is a huge opportunity if we ASEAN can work together to improvise our productivity of our people and trade with all the countries inside and outside the ASEAN. In this infographic, we can see that Indonesia has a 40.86% of the populations of the ASEAN. With majority of talent pools, Indonesia is seen to be the focus of many foreign investors, because Indonesia can provide enough labors to some of the industries that the world are looking at. So in the Asia's Digital News dated November 4, 2020, it shares a digital report conducted by Deloitte. So Deloitte first released the research in September at the Inclusion FinTech Conference in Shanghai, which was organized by Ant Group and Alipay. If you know Jack Ma, so both companies is under Jack Ma, Ant Group and Alipay. So Deloitte is producing it in collaboration with the Inclusion FinTech Conference. So the report focuses on the first ever Digital Life Index of South and Southeast Asia. So due to its economic growth and advanced internet infrastructure, Malaysia is a digital life leader as it is an ideal market for e-commerce. So Deloitte states that Malaysia is the digital life leader. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, roughly 78% of study participants said they have been seen an increase in their use of digital services, with 41% saying it's increased dramatically. Before COVID-19 pandemic, you can go outside and buy your food, for example, but now you have to use your gadgets. Okay, mungkin anda semua menggunakan aplikasi Gojek contohnya, ya, untuk memesan makanan. Ya. So the top 3 countries with the faster growing usage are Bangladesh, the Philippines, and Indonesia. Singapore, the Philippines, and Indonesia are the top 3 most active countries in using digital payments. Maksudnya, it shows that all of us in ASEAN already ready or aware about digital. Okay, so the following are the top 3 most typical circumstances in which consumers prefer to use digital payments. They use digital payment for e-commerce or m-commerce, 70%, peer-to-peer, 69%, in-store purchase, 62%. So the majority of digital payment transactions are low value, with 67% of study participants said the average transaction value per individual is less than 30 USD. So this suggests that digital payment has permitted the daily lives of customers and has become the norm for meeting their basic necessity. So the top 3 reasons why consumers choose to use an e-wallet, 77% says due to its practicality, 69% due to no contact as social distancing is required, and 9% stated that due to non-stop promotions and value-added benefits when they go on online shopping. Right. So digital life leaders in South and Southeast Asia. So according to the same research, Malaysia qualifies as a digital life leaders based on the 7 indicators of digital life, which are mobile phone penetration, mobile internet speed, digital payment maturity, online shopping maturity, social media activity, and policy support. Due to its economic growth and excellent digital technology infrastructure, Malaysia, with a population of around 32 million people, is an attractive market for e-commerce in Southeast Asia. So, e-contribution commerce to Malaysia's GDP has gradually increased, reaching approximately $28 billion in 2018. So I guess during this pandemic, active social media users as of January 2020, up approximately a third from 2016. According to the report, Facebook will continue to be the most popular social media site among Malaysians in 2020, followed by Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, and LinkedIn. So after Singapore, the country has the second highest smartphones penetration rate, is 83%. Yeah. When we go into regional digital life index in regions, Singapore and Indonesia, like Malaysia, are classified as digital life leaders, whereas Thailand and the Philippines are classified as digital life followers. So Singapore is a digital economist digital life leader due to strong government support, widespread citizen participation, and well-developed infrastructure. Because negaranya kecil, jadi dia mampu cepatlah untuk menyiapkan infrastruktur internet kepada warga dia. For Indonesia, the country distinguishes out for the diversity of its digital existence, which includes particularly every aspect of daily life is online shopping, which has grown at an exponential rate, with the number of online shoppers likely to double in the next several years. So Thailand, despite its status as digital life follower, Thailand offers some of Southeast Asia's most promising digital economy development potentials. Its comparatively high per capita income has resulted in significant mobile phone penetrations, allowing the majority of inhabitants to participate in digital life. These have a high level of acceptance and enthusiasm for the digital economy, whether it be social media, e-commerce, offline payment, or game research. Now, what is Society 5.0? So Society 5.0 was presented as a core concept in the 5th Science and Technology Basic Plan adopted by the Japanese cabinet in January 2016. It was identified as one growth strategy for Japan. Because Japan is an aging population, Society 5.0 is also a core part of the Investment for the Future Strategy 2017, Reform for Achieving Society 5.0, as part of its 5th Science and Technology Basic Plan from year 2016 until 2020. So announced in April 2016. So the government of Japan aims to realize what is called Society 5.0, or they also call it Super Smart Society. So Society 5.0 provides a common societal infrastructure for prosperity based on advanced service platform. So Japanese government says the definitions of Society 5.0 is a human-centered society that balances economic advancement with the resolution of social problems by a system that highly integrates cyberspace and physical space. So cyberspace, of course, means that is digital. Okay. Concept of Society 5.0. Right. So in the 5th Science and Technology Basic Plan, Society 5.0 was envisioned as a future society to which Japan should strive. It is divided into 4 categories: hunting society, Society 1.0, agricultural society, Society 2.0, industrial society, Society 3.0, and information society, Society 4.0. So cross-rational sharing of knowledge and information was not enough in the information society, and cooperation was difficult because humans have a limit to what they can do. So the effort of locating and evaluating final information from a flood of data was a burden, and the level and breadth of action were limited due to age and varied levels of aptitude. So it was difficult to respond appropriately due to different constraints on concerns such as a declining birth rate, and elderly population and local depopulations. So in Society 5.0, social reform or innovation would result in a forward-thinking society that breaks down present stagnation, a society whose members have mutual respect for one another across generations, and society in which each and every person may live an active and joyful existence. So how we adapt? So the suggestions is Society 5.0 and Industry 4.0 must coexist. So hyperaging has presented a number of issues to Japanese society. So K. Darren has devised a vision of healthcare in Society 5.0 to promote the healthy life expectancy and vitality of individual citizens. So in line with the trend towards a human-centered society with a 100-year life. Okay, when you take care of your health, you take care of your food that you consume every day, you take care of your body, your mind, so you can live long. Predictions that you can live until 100 years. So in Society 5.0, breakthroughs in biotechnology and digitalizations of human biometrics and physical functions will make it possible to treat and even prevent previously incurable disease, thereby enhancing global human health and contributing to the accomplishment of the SDG. So following the preceding stages of hunter-gatherer society, Society 1.0, Agrarian Society, Society 2.0, Industrial Society, Society 3.0, and Information Society, Society 4.0. Society 5.0 is the vision for the next stage in the evolutions of human society. So human progress has always been linked to the technological and advancements. So the Industrial Revolution, which began in England in the 18th century, marked the beginning of modern industrial society and set humanity on a new road of progresses. The information society that we live in today was born from the invention and development of computers and internet in the second half of the 20th century. So smartphones have only been around for a little over a decade, but they now allow you and me to access the huge world of information, send and share our own information, and accomplish just about anything with just one device. So the fourth industrial revolution is already in full swing. Many current gadgets will be connected to the internet through the Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, AI, will be utilized to analyze large amounts of data. So robots will be able to operate autonomously, and the integration of real space and cyberspace will take another step ahead. Okay, I think nowadays we also we don't save our documents in laptop. We also share our document in the cloud, for example. That is what we call cyberspace. Yeah. So this tremendous flood of digital innovation shows no signs of slowing down and is on its way to engulfing the entire world. So without a doubt, we are on the cusp of a new era that will shepherd society through yet another significant shift. So there are an infinite number of doorways that lead to a new era. So human society has arrived at a fork in the road that will need it to choose which Society 5.0 course to take. Okay, so are we ready? Are we in the Asian ready? Okay, so some portals to the future may lead to a society where robotics and artificial intelligence cause humanity's demise. So others may lead to a society in which the government has centralized control over all personal informations. Okay, we are worried that when we go too much on digitals, people or a government can manipulate our data. Yeah. So careful, whatever you share, whatever you expose in the internet or online. Yeah. So we should, however, open a door that leads to a better, more inclusive society for humanity. A world where each and every person can achieve true happiness. People will finally be liberated from the restraints that the information society failed to remove. And we will witness the birth of a human-centered society in which everyone can shine and grow. So that is the Society 5.0 idea that we believe we should aim for. Right. Okay, Society 5.0 offers a new growth model with a view of solving social issues as well as creating a better future, which contributes to the achievement of SDG. So all 17 SDGs are involved with this, or particularly we can mold into society 5.0. For example, like SDG 3, yeah? SDG 3, where we can see it was how we use AI and robotics to handle or to focus on the healthcare of the people in the world. So it was proposed by Kederan and included in Japan's fifth Science and Technology Basic Plan as a vision for the future society to which we should strive. As a result, Kederan has worked with a variety of stakeholders such as the government and academics to establish a new social model. So this is what Kederan proposed. So for SDG 3, the suggestion is to develop an early warning alert system for the prevention of infectious disease by combining different types of monitoring data. For example, this COVID-19 pandemic, for example, actually, if we have this system in place, of course, in 2019, we can detect that this thing will not spread until it collapses the whole economy and the whole society of the people in the world. Yeah. So this requires IoT, of course, big data and 5G technology. For instance, in order to collect the data, analyze the data, and visualize the data into information that government and people can understand. If you got so many data, but you cannot differentiate or you cannot segregate the data into some information form, and you cannot visualize it like this, for example. So it's very difficult for everybody to embark or to give their hands to participate in what the United Nations plan to do. Yeah. As a conclusion, for SDGs, the road to Society 5.0 is paved with startup innovations. As we have explored, realizing Society 5.0 will require leveraging cutting-edge technologies from AI and Internet of Things to robotics and big data, and striving towards society-wide optimizations. However, the effort necessitates more than just deploying cutting-edge technologies. It also necessitates more than a single company's or industry products, services, and data. Only through deliberate cooperation across intra-industry competitors, these industries, university research, institutions, local communities, and a wide range of other stakeholders, all united in a similar version of open innovation, can Society 5.0 be realized. Kederan's goal of Society 5.0 for SDG will be realized if a varied group of stakeholders works together to create organic links between these new offerings and other revolutionary technology products and services. However, we as the user and the human and the people should aware digital lifestyles can benefit and also can destroy us at certain levels if we abuse the benefits. And I hope that we can all help each other in this difficult COVID-19 pandemic for the love of humanity and life. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Komite, and thank you, Dr. Norma. It is an interesting lecture about Society 5.0. I mean. Okay, from the lecture, I get the important note that we must ready enter to the Society 5.0 by adapting our lifestyle to the new system. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And the next lecture is exploring the natural resources for good health and well-being. Okay, before lecture, I would like to introduce the lecturer. The lecturer is Associate Professor Indah Muhammad Amin from University Teknologi Mara, and academic qualification, she is obtained Doctor of Philosophy I mean in medicine from University Teknologi Mara, and Master in Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Medicine from University Teknologi Mara, and Bachelor in Science, Cell and Molecular Biology from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Dr. Indah have many work experience. They are senior lecturer at Faculty of Dentistry, University Teknologi Mara. And then she is lecturer at Faculty of Dentistry in University Teknologi Mara, and lecturer of Faculty of Health and Life Science. Yeah, from in Management Science University, Malaysia. Dr. Indah also has research interests. They are natural product, cancer research, drug diversity, and nanoparticle research, and molecular medicine. Okay, Dr. Indah.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
Yes,
How,
Dr. Indah.
how I can?
Ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Time is yours for 50 minutes, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you, Puan Noormaizatul. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So, okay. Can you see my PowerPoint slide?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all. Okay. Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you to ITS for inviting me for this sharing sessions. So my topic for today is about the exploring the natural resources for good health and well-being. Okay, I'm actually a lecturer at Faculty of Dentistry, University Teknologi Mara. Okay, so actually I like to share my own experience with my research team, okay, about our study on the natural products, specifically on the plant that grow well in our country, Malaysia. Okay, so I will start with the introduction first, and then I will share with you our study on the natural products. Okay, this is actually the active compound of the plant. Okay, this is actually a plant what we call here later I will explain the name in Malay. Okay, this is all the active compound. Aloe actually is aloe vera. I don't know how Indonesian call this plant. Is it aloe vera also? And then we have a dilapiol. Dilapiol is a active compound for plant what we call here in Malaysia as sirih Cina. Sirih Cina. I don't know what is the Indonesian name for the sirih Cina.
Yes.
Okay.
Same.
And then we have same. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And then I will share a little bit about our current study about the lysine. Lysine is actually an active compound from the garlic. Okay. So for the introduction, okay, there has been a lot of interest in biological products derived from the mega diversity nation like Malaysia. I also feel we are the same root. Okay, I also feel that Indonesia same as us. Okay, also got the mega diversity nature of the plants. And in our country, we have around we can claim as a treasure trove of over 2,000 plants with the medicinal potential. And for our pharmaceutical sector, actually they already shifted their attention to the development of herbal goods such as nutraceutical, health supplement, and also the traditional remedies. Okay, as projected by the overview of the National Traditional Complementary Medicine, this in Malaysia we call it as TCM. TCM actually is under the Ministry of Health in our country. Okay, they are projecting that if the shifted, meaning that we are emphasize on the traditional and complementary medicine, the study, I mean, it could potentially reduce the healthcare costs by around 30 million in 2027. And then in our country, actually, there are created several policy and initiative, okay, to promote the greater interest to stakeholders within the local herbal sector. So in line with the country goals, okay, so my team, I mean our research group, took this advantage to focus more on the natural plant product with the objective, we hope that we can establish ourselves as the leading research group capable of entering the herbal market. Okay, so the first plant that I would like to share is about is what we call here is the scientific name is a Ficus deltoidea. This is the first study done in 2016. Okay, we have the opportunity to get the plant from other university. Okay, because I'm based on this faculty dentistry, so I'm looking on the common disease we are having in our clinic, which is what we call ulcer. Okay, so Ficus deltoidea actually has a long history of usage in Malaysia as a traditional medicine. Basically, okay, it is used to treat the ulcer and also the other diseases. If you can see the picture here is actually the picture of Ficus deltoidea, and you can see it is a small perennial herb which rarely exceeds 2 meters in height and is domestically cultivated here in Malaysia. And then for Ficus deltoidea, okay, this is the scientific name, but we Malaysian people call it as mas cotek. I don't know. I took it for the literature. Is it true you call it as a tabat barito? I don't know. Okay, this is what I've read from the literature. Okay, so in our country also, okay, the Ficus deltoidea or mas cotek is consumed as a herbal drink for women after childbirth to strengthen their uterus. Okay, sorry. And also, okay, Malaysian people believe that it can be used as libido booster for both men and women. Okay, so about the oral ulcer, okay, this is maybe without much explanation, you can just see the picture. Okay, maybe few of us experience ulcer, okay, many times. Okay, by the definition, oral ulcer occurs on the mucous membrane of the oral cavity, and it is a solution in the mouth. Okay, basically, oral ulcer has many types. What is the common that patient experience, specifically in our faculty? Okay, in our from our patient is what we call recurrent abdominal stomatitis or RAS. Okay, so if you can see clearly from the picture, okay, the shape of the ulcer is a small, round or ovoid ulcer with circumscribed margins, yellow or gray floor surrounded by erythematous hallux. Okay, so in our clinic, actually our clinician, I mean our dental practitioner, prescribe a drug what we call estrimoxanolone acetonide. Okay, this is I give you the picture. It's actually dental paste that we put on the upper the area of the ulcers, and it actually can relieve the symptom of mouth sores, and also it can reduce the swelling and pain. But what we receive from our clinician or our doctors, actually there are our patient experience a side effect. Okay, this is also been reported in the literature. Okay, some of the side effects include burning, irritation, dryness, redness of the treated area. So we can see there's this problem. Okay, we have a plan and we have a problem. So what we do as researchers, okay, I'm calling myself researchers. So lab, okay, we have here animal, okay, a rat. We choose a rat, okay, and then we treated the rat with the ficus diltoldia with a different concentration. Okay, so as you can see from my slide here, we have 4 groups. Each group got 6 rats. Okay, and meaning the size of the sample is 6. Okay, so the first group we consider as negative controls because we didn't give anything. Okay, and then the group 2, okay, is a positive control. We are giving the drug. Okay, the drug that used to treat the ulcer patient, and then we have our plant extract or mascote, ficus diltoldia with a different concentration, 250 milligram per kilogram, and the group 4 is treated with 500 milligram per kilogram. Okay, so what is the result of our experiment, our study? Okay, we can see in day 6. Okay, you can look from the graph here. Okay, wait. In day 6, with 500 milligram per kilogram, okay, exhibit vigorously inhibition of our oral ulcer. Okay, so you can see here, okay, we have 3 different kind of treatment. Okay, the yellow one is group 2. Group 2 is a positive control, and we have our plant extract here in gray color and in black color. Okay, so by day 6, you can see the one with the rate that we treated with the plant. Okay, almost shows fully recovery. Okay, in day 6. Okay, it's almost 100%. Okay, meaning that that our ficus diltoldia actually works well, can treat the ulcer. Okay, when we do the literature, okay, we search for the other findings. Actually, ficus diltoldia contain a flavonoids, meaning that it has the high antioxidant and possesses the anti-inflammatory. And the most interesting part, okay, in also similar with our toxicological studies, okay, this is reported by Fazliana. Ficus diltoldia had no toxic effect to the bone, liver, and renal function on rat that tested with various doses. This is also reported by many studies, and they has shows no significant toxicities of the ficus deltodia to human. And what our conclusion, we can conclude from our study that ficus deltodia leaves, mastote, actually is a safe plant to be consumption. Okay, so what we do after we get this finding, we started to actually making a new product, with a new formulations. We have a new formulation of oral health products. This is actually a picture mimicking the process, how we from our product, how we use the product, with our new formulation using the ficus deltodia, and how we use that ficus deltodia to treat the ulcer. And then from here, we actually granted a silver, for our innovation. So this is all about the ficus deltodia. So maybe you can have a look if you are interested to know about our study on this plant. Maybe in Indonesia also got a similar plant. Here we actually are cultivating the plant for actually some of our folks using as a supplement actually. Next plant is Aloe. As I mentioned earlier, Aloe is an active compound of aloe vera. So Aloe is an anthraquinone compound found in aloe vera. So when we search about the aloe, you can have you can see that many journals reported the medicinal properties of Aloe, such as anti-migration, anti-invasion, anti-angiogenesis, and anti-cancer activities. So actually aloe vera is not new to us. Our people in Malaysia, I think in Indonesia scene, we believe that this aloe vera possesses medicinal benefits, such as can treat the constipation, improve digestion, reduce gum inflammation, improve digestion, and also can prevent the stomach ulcer. So when we do the literature, we came across many papers about the anti-cancer activities of Aloe. It is reported to be anti-cancer for bladder cancer cells, for colon cancer, for hematoma cancer, kind of cancer, and but we at that time, there is a lacking paper talk about the breast cancer. So we are very interested to find to search the anti-cancer properties of Aloe towards the breast cancer. So before I'm going in detail about my study, I know your background is mostly of you, I think, is technology persons, it's IT persons. Basically, I will give a very brief explanation about the certain term. Actually, term maybe you're not used to about this term. Is apoptosis is actually a programmed cell death. If the cells feel they want to die, they will go to this program, what we call as apoptosis. It's a natural cell suicide. Okay, so a cell actually will initiate the program. Okay, the program we call it is intracellular apoptotic signaling process. When they receive a response of like stress, heat, radiation, nutrient deprivations, viral infection, hypoxia, and others. Okay, so if they receive something like a trauma, okay, the cell will decide to suicide through a program, a natural suicide program, what we call as a apoptosis. And when you see from this picture, okay, this is what we call a normal cells. Okay, and when the cells decide to die, okay, they will change their characteristic in different and follow the different series of process. Okay, so you can see this is a like not this is a like organized process, and we can actually differentiate, okay, the apoptotic cells with other inflamed cells. So because of this knowledge, actually we are targeting, okay, targeting the apoptosis for the drug development. Okay, so the natural process of removing undesirable cells, what we call as apoptosis, is disrupted in many cancer. The deregulation of apoptosis, the disruption of apoptosis actually lead to the uncontrolled tumor growth and the development of chemotherapy resistant. So what are the objective of the drug development? Actually to targeting the apoptosis or targeting the apoptotic cell death pathways to search for the drug for particular disease. Agent, okay, in this case we are talking about the plants that capable, okay, capable modulating the apoptosis, actually become a extraordinary promise for the treatment of many diseases, especially in cancer. So what we have here, okay, actually is result from the Aloe, okay, because as I mentioned earlier, we are developing a kind of drug, okay, by using the Aloe from aloe vera, okay, and then we are targeting the apoptosis pathway. Okay, so maybe I do not know, maybe I won't go very detailed here. I'm not so sure if you really understand what is this all about, but this is actually a apoptosis assay, okay, because as I mentioned earlier, apoptotic cells have different characteristic with other cells, so we use this knowledge to actually targeting the pathway. Okay, so this is what we have here, and then from this result, I will not really explain to you. Okay, we have the conclusion. Okay, after the findings, we see that aloe from aloe vera actually selectively inhibits the proliferation. What we mean selectively inhibit the proliferation of MCF7, meaning that it inhibit the cancer cell, but not harming the normal cell. Normal cell is MCF10A. 10A is actually a control cells. It's non-cancerous cells. So that's why we say it is selectively inhibit the cancer cell but not normal cells. Our problem in our current cancer management, you can see sometimes patients die not because of the drug not because of the cancer, actually is complications of the treatment because of the highest toxicity of the drug. Okay, so very interesting when we found that our compound of Aloe only kill the cancer cells. Okay, this is so very interesting. And then, okay, this is I think this is a very detail on how it works. Okay, no, I think no need to explain. And then Aloe synergistically enhance tamoxifen. What is tamoxifen? It's actually a drug that we use to treat the breast cancer patient. And what our Aloe do? It works synergistically with the tamoxifen. And then we come to the conclusion that our finding provide strong foundation for in vivo study, meaning that we should continue the study using the animal sample, using the animal such as rat, and widen the possibility for future clinical experiment setting. And then we have so many papers on this study, okay, as you can see from my slide. Okay, this is our papers. Okay, if you are interested with this compound and this plant, you can have a look with all these papers here. Okay, so the third plant, okay, the third active compound is what we call dilapiol. Dilapiol is actually a penylpropanoid extract isolated from the Peperomia pellucida, and it is reported to possess various medicinal benefits, including the antiviral, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, anti-proliferative properties. Okay, dilapiol is one of the active compound of Peperomia pellucida. Basically, it's a major compound in Peperomia pellucida. Here in Malaysia, we call it as a siricina. Siricina, and you can see here, kalau you jalan-jalan kan, you don't know that this kind of plants actually possess a very great medicinal benefits. Okay, so if you going to somewhere ke taman kan, maybe you see sekali pandang je this kind of plants. Tapi actually when you are researchers, okay, and you are doing a lot of research in plants, actually kita tak boleh pandang mudah dengan apa yang Allah kurniakan dengan kita kan. Okay, actually in Malaysia kita nampak ni banyak, okay, and people do not know the benefit of this this plant. Okay, besides siricina, we call it also a ketumpangan air. Okay, ketumpangan air. Okay, people actually some of Malay people, okay, use this plant to treat like a diabetic to manage the diabetic patients, because it's anti-diabetic. It also is reported as antioxidant and also antimicrobial and also anti-hypocholesterolemia. Okay, so because I'm come from this faculty, okay, Faculty of Dentistry, so our research group actually trying to solve a problem within our faculty itself, and we are very interested to find out whether this plant can be one of the treatment for the nasal cancer. Okay, as you can see from this picture, okay, nasal cancer of the nasal region is categorized under head and neck cancer and defined by the name of the location of cancer. Currently, we have for this kind of cancer, we have the main treatment is surgery, and also sometimes followed by radiotherapy and also chemotherapy. But same as others treatment available. Okay, it caused side effect to the patient and affected the quality of life of the patients. Okay, so what is interesting here? Okay, what we found here. Okay, so this is the nasal cancer. Okay, this is the untreated one. Okay, you can see the cells are happily proliferate, growing well, and then we have a control positive here. Is a cisplatin is a drug that used to treat the cancer patient, and then this is our compound. Okay, you can see here very clear that our compound work well, and if you can see the picture here, okay, it's like have a similar properties with the drug of cisplatin. Okay, we have a different concentration, IC50, the first concentration, and then the second concentration. Okay, I will not explain what is IC50 because this is very scientific term. Okay, just okay. So this is, remember that we are targeting the apoptosis pathway, so we can see that our compound dilapiol are actually induce or stimulate the apoptosis, and almost the have a similar pattern with the cisplatin. Okay, see here. Okay, you can see the percentage of apoptosis increase when we are treating the cell with the dilapiol. So as a conclusion for this study, okay, we can conclude that, okay, that this dilapiol has the higher potential to be one of the anti-cancer agent because it is cytotoxic, meaning toxic to the cancer cells at the dose-dependent manner, and also capable to induce the apoptosis as one of the mechanism for cell death. Okay, so this is the latest publications for this our study. Okay, just recently published. Okay, this year. Okay, about the dilapiol. Okay, if you are interested to know more, maybe you can have a look with the details in these publications. Okay, and then the last is not really a plant. Okay, so we can consider is like apa ya, buah. I don't know how to say, but it's kind of plants lah juga. Maybe hari-hari pun kita makan kan. You know it very well. It is actually bawang putih or garlic. Okay, garlic. If you see the literature, there are so many anti-cancer available anti-cancer reported by lysine. Okay, so we are actually using the garlic. Okay, the inside the garlic we have lysine as an anti-active compound. Okay, we are trying to see whether lysine in garlic have an effect on the oral squamous cell carcinoma. So oral squamous cell carcinoma is actually contributed 90 to 95% of oral malignancy. Okay, so the current treatment or the main treatment of oral cancer is chemotherapy and surgery. So for the chemotherapy, we used to have a cisplatin to treat the oral squamous cell carcinoma, but what we can see the effect of using this cisplatin, it will cause effect like a nausea, diarrhea, pain, and vomiting. So we can see this is a kind of problem. Okay, and then we receive a grant, actually a grant from our Malaysian the grant, Malaysian grant, one of the national grant, okay, FRGS. And then we have a result actually, and we can see that lysine works and inhibit the proliferations of OACC. Because this is ongoing research, okay, we don't actually have a publication yet, because this is because of pandemic. Okay, our student cannot enter the lab, so some of the important experiment could not be done. We'll see how, but we alhamdulillah, we successfully presented some of our result. Okay, we received awards diamond, okay, for our presentations. Is about the lysine as anti-cancer effects towards oral cancer. Okay, this is the recent conference in 2020. Okay, so I think that's all for my sharing session today, but I would like to actually to boost motivation to all of you, actually what we have achieved from my research team. Okay, I only explain, I only share to you only four of the natural plants. Actually, we have not four, we have a few more plants, but because of the time, okay, I feel that I cannot share many things, so I just share what are the what we have been achieved so far. Okay, we are received a diamond award. Okay, a diamond award is actually a product from the mulberry. Okay, we do a formulation for mouthwash. Okay, mouthwash. This is got diamond recently. And then this is about the lysine again. We got awarded a gold. And then this is about the nano neem. Nano neem is what we call in Malaysia, kita panggil sirih. This is one of the natural product juga. We are currently studying. Okay, we are actually formulating nano neem as an antibacterial agent. Okay, this is another award for nano neem antibac. This is to treat the skin infection. And then this is the achievement from my student. Okay, and then okay, another goal for ficus deltoidia. We got diamond for the ficus deltoidia, mascote. Okay, and then we have gold. Okay, this is the things that I don't have time to share. We actually use the lysine, the garlic, you know, the garlic. You know the garlic kan very smelly kan, bau kan. Even in our, as a Muslim, we cannot enter mosque if we had just eat garlic. But actually, garlic has highest antimicrobial. Okay, so we formulated its properties, and then we invented a mouthwash using garlic. Okay, because it has the highest antimicrobial activities. But what is the problem. We are receive comment from the judge, the examiners, but how can you use the garlic as a mouthwash? Macam mana you boleh guna garlic tu untuk basuh mulut? Bukan ke berbau, kan? So we feel that is true. So we actually find out that we can actually mix garlic with the rose. Rose, rose tu nampak tak? Bunga rose. Bunga rose kan berbau wangi, kan? So we mix actually the garlic with the rose flower. So we come up with the product what we call as a rose scene. So this product actually awarded a gold, okay, in 2019. Okay, very interesting experience. This is about garlic again, okay. And then this is about the Ficus diltodia, and as ini just to share with you all, all the studies ni is not me alone. It's actually a work of a team. Okay, so we have here what we call our team is natural approach to oral health, and it is headed by me actually, and this is my research team. And then this is about our team information. Okay, we have a research team called Natural Approach to Oral Health, and I'm the leader. And our niche area is about the natural products, herbal medicine, oral cancer, oral ulcer, and so on. Okay, so I'm sharing you the happy moment, okay, with my students. This is my student actually, and my student again. Okay, this is undergraduate student. Okay, they got prize during the presentations. Okay, this is we present in our group, our research team presented in the conference. We got the best paper and also the best presenter. And then this is another picture of my student. Okay, a student. This is my student, postgraduate student, and this is the picture I've taken when we actually exhibit our product. Okay, on the during the International Innovation and Design Exposition 2017. Okay, with that, thank you for letting your ears and for your give your time for this sharing session. Okay, so I stop now.
Innovation product has many innovation product.
Yes.
It is an interesting lecture about medicinal advantages or benefit of plant active compound, and I think how improve the compound to human welfare. Yeah, is it right, Dr. Indah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we have a Q&A session, and we have 3 minutes for Q&A session before I read the question from Amin. Please raise hand and on camera to ask directly to Dr. Indah, and we limit only for 3 participants. Okay. I will. Okay. Who is volunteer? Who is want to ask a question to Dr. Indah? Participant.
Okay, maybe it is very. It is very interesting for people to about active compound from plant, yeah, especially from to biology student, biochemistry student, or material student. Okay. Any question?
Yes.
Please your hand.
Do you have a biology student? A student that they are learning about the biology or natural products at ITS?
Yes, I'm from biology department.
Okay. Okay. So because what I've hear so far is about the technology, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I work with plant in culture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So from your lecture, I imagine how to improve the active compound from aloe vera maybe, or the other plants. Okay.
So I hope
Yeah.
student understand what I'm trying to share just now.
Ah,
I'm afraid student will not
no, no, no.
understand.
It's very clearly. It's very clearly. It's okay. Maybe Aulia Rahma, can you hear me? Maybe you have a question to Dr. Indah. Aulia Rahma from ITS.
Yes.
Okay, Aulia, it's your opportunity to ask directly to Dr. Indah. You have question?
From me, nothing, sih, ma'am. But I will ask something. We cannot access the journal. Maybe how we can to access the journal, ma'am. Thank you.
How to access the journal? Dr. Indah.
What is the question?
Yes.
Okay. How to access Dr. Indah journal?
Oh,
Yeah. Aulia?
actually, it's available from Google Scholar, if I'm not mistaken. But if it's not available, actually you can contact me. I will give you the soft copy.
Oh, okay. Because we have opened the journal, but we just can look for the abstract, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
your institution need to. Yes. Can
Yes.
you have my address, email, and then you can ask me personally. You can send me email and ask me what the journals you want.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Me to share.
Okay. Thank you, Alia. Okay. The other question. All participants, if you, feel free to ask questions to Dr. Indah by bahasa.
It's okay because we are what we call serumpun, kan?
Yeah, serumpun. In my mind, Doctor, Indonesia and Malaysia have similarities, plant biodiversity. We shall be conduct in the futures, conduct research together or join.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay. Please feel free to ask a question to Dr. Indah. Nilam Kinanti.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, have you a question?
Actually, I'm sorry if this sensitive questions. I will ask about why Dr. Indah chose to research beyond dentistry. Padahal, sorry if I mix with Indonesia.
Yes.
Okay.
Padahal,
it's okay.
Dokter expert in dentistry di kedokteran gigi, but why you so active to do research in plant?
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. Actually, if you see my CV, okay, I actually my field, the major field is biochemistry. So it is actually what we call is what we call here is subject yang foundation subject kan. So we can actually service all faculty dentistry. We can service as a lecturer in applied science faculties because biochemistry is very related to human. Okay, so during that time, okay, dentistry is very new. I will and I'm very young. Okay, I would like to explore, and I'm always in applied science faculty. Why not? I'm trying to enter different field. But at the faculty also, it doesn't limit my potential. They actually support me. Okay, they're giving me money. They're giving me what I want. So whatever wherever the place is not really things matters. Okay, it's actually our enthusiasm, our ambition is the most important one. Don't limit yourself to like you are only study for example computer, meaning you must work in a computer industry. No, you can work in biological field because we also deal with data. We have a bioinformatic subject here. So I think as a student, don't limit yourself. You can work anywhere actually. And it's very interesting working with the doctors. Actually, we have a connection, okay, direct connection with the patient. Once we have the product, we can test directly to the patient. If you go to applied science, you don't have any patient. You just do the products and how to test it. How to test the product? No, cannot. You must have a good connection with doctors if you want to work with a human sample. So I think this is my fate, and I'm very happy working with a dental faculty.
Yes.
I'm actually a lecturer for year 1 and year 2 student, and for the preclinical science program.
Yes, that's right, Dr. Indah. I agree with you. It's very interesting, yeah. Maybe for me because I'm a biologist. Okay, thank you. And we have.
Thank you for the answer, Dr. Indah.
Okay, thank you. We have three. Oh no, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. For participant, raise hand. The first is Alfauzi Satrio Wicaksono. Please open your mic and open your camera.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't open my camera because I have a bad connection right here.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. First of all, I'm Alfauzi Satrio Wicaksono from Biology Department of IDS, and here I want to ask you about the anti-oral ursal activity of Ficus deltoidea or mascotte. Here I see that you use the groups of sample based on mice, especially in group 1, 2, and 3, 4. We know that this anti-ulcer drugs development is for human, and why you think that it's enough to apply or have sample treatment only for mice, not for another species like dog, chimpanzee, and many others? Just like why you really believe that it's really useful when you try it to only in mice. And I want to ask you how many times that you took to finish this all of the mascotte anti-ulcer. Okay, I think thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Farid. Is it Farid? Okay, actually, this is a continuous experiment. Okay, so if you see this is we consider as alternative. Is actually used by our people. Okay, but they crush the leaves and then they put into their mouth to treat their ulcer. This is what our people do, but because we are scientists, we can actually play with the data and also do the experiment, and we tested on rat, and then we can have actually the appropriate concentrations. Okay, if you are in biologist punya field, for the experimental, we must have a in vitro and in vivo study before we going to the clinical setting. As I mentioned you earlier, this is actually a progressing punya work. Not we stop here and then we keep going, do many experiment and do some formulations. We actually are working with pharmaceutical with faculty of pharmacy on the formulations. Before we come up with any products, we must do the toxicology studies. This is what we done in because actually we don't eat the what the is okay. If you consider is eating and giving the patient drug, you must go to next stage is a clinical setting. But this is like you do actually your mothers do, they crush the leaves and they put in the mouth. Actually, it is better. We have appropriate concentrations and we formulated into a base gel, and then to treat the ulcer. This is what we do as a scientist. And then we have kalau dekat Malaysia ni, we have so many people come up with the supplement, kan without a scientific evidence, kan makeup especially kunyit, muka letak kunyit tapi without any evidence. Okay, this is we can do actually tumbuk-tumbuk and then treat the ulcer, kan, tapi we come out with the scientific evidence, okay, to prove that this actually is safe and can be used as a treatment for ulcer. This is what we do. I hope I answer your question, Farid.
Okay, thank you. It's clear. Okay, Farid. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Sorry, Alfawzi, not Farid, but maybe I have one question again about like one question that you not answered well. How many times that you took to finish these drugs development until it can be placing the market? Thank you.
If you talk about the drug, it will took many years. But if you talk like something like a supplement, like something is not a drug, it will more than, maybe I can say it's like a 3 years experimental, because we, like for example, if I want to come up with coffee, but I put ficus ditodia because I know it has a beneficial benefits. You can come up, you can finish the research in 3 years. But if you want to continue and you want to produce a drug, okay, you must have a stage by stage. Okay, must have a in vitro study. And it is if it is successful, you can go to in vivo study for so many years. We need to have many parameters to test. Then after that, then we go to clinical. This is the difficulty of us in scientist. Okay, can't actually develop a drug because we don't have the technology yet. But what we can do is actually we can give a scientific evidence for like a supplement. Okay, biasa kalau dekat Indonesia kan, kita kalau lepas bersalin mungkin you makan this akar-akar kayu kan, akar-akar kayu you tumbuk-tumbuk you makan, tapi you tak tahu is it betul-betul cure your disease or it can be toxic actually. But what we have here as a scientific, we can show you this is the appropriate amount to take, and it also has the scientific evidence. This is actually
Okay, I think it's clearly Al-Fawzi. Okay, once again for one participant for directly question. Escalalita. Escalita. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is Escalalita. I'm from Biology Department. I want to ask to Ma'am Indah, how Ma'am Indah knows at the first time that those plants have very good and potential compounds to solve a serious and urgent disease problems. Are you study literature first, or just choose the plant and start? I'm sorry.
Actually, we have my connection is not okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, we have all the infos from our people. Malay people used to treat their disease using that plant. From that information, we get the plant and come to the lab and test. Is it true? This is how we choose the plant. Okay, we do the literature. We ask our parents, all people. We go to the village, ask them this pokok is for what? Kita tanyalah. Last time when we start with the I don't know what you call here. We in Malaysia we call it bendi. Bendi sama. Bendi. Okay, how we come up with this project of bendi? Because one of our research team, her parents consume bendi to lower the blood glucose. So we feel that we must. This is very interesting. So that's why we choose the title bendi. Okay, and we tested on rat. Okay, so we can have evidence. What is the appropriate concentration to treat the actually can treat the can treat the diabetes? Kita cakap-cakap je kan, but kita tak dapat buktikan. So as a scientist, we must buktikan. This is how we get, how we start our research from our parents. Mungkin dekat kampung-kampung kan kita tak tahu. Wah ni pokok ni kalau sakit kepala makan pokok ni. Jadi kita ambil pokok tu lah. Kita buat kajian. I work with so many plants actually, but I'm actually sharing you only these 4. Okay, actually with my research team, because we have a small group, what we call is a natural approach to oral health. Jadi actually we have many plants actually, but I don't have time to share. Kita tak ada masa nak sharing. We have many plants actually. We have a mulberry, many things. Tapi tak sempat nak sharing sini. Very interesting actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we achieve. We awarded so many award. Because this is a very interesting. We don't know that fecal deltoidia can treat ulcer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank
Because we
you.
always rely on the overseas punya drug kan.
Okay.
But we have our own drug actually. Our own plants can treat ulcer. This is very interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Indah. Thank you, Escalita. And now I will read a question from QA form. We have question from University of Antique, yeah, from Philippines. Welcome to ITS. Jenny Mandia. I will read. Okay, wait. Okay. Hi, if this ficus deltoidea help strengthening uterus, does it
Yes.
also helps woman get pregnant who has difficulty to get pregnant? I would like to know because one of my friend is having difficulty is bearing a child. Good bells. Okay, from Philippines. Please, Dr. Indah.
I'm sorry, I don't have any info on that. Okay, because it's not it's not really on our study. Okay, to check whether this is good for those who have difficult to get child. I don't know actually how to answer this question. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Because it's not on our study. Okay, because we are in a faculty of dentistry, we are only focusing on oral. But
Yeah.
you can have go to the literature maybe because it's actually established. There's many literatures mention about the benefits of ficus deltoidea.
Okay. Okay, it's different, yeah, Dr. Indah.
Hmm.
Okay. The next question from Alivia Cahyaning Putri. Alivia, I know that Dilapol treatment potential in curing cancer. As you know, as you know that cancer is very difficult to cure. Is there any further study on the use of this medicine? There is a side effect like cancer can come back. Oh yeah, because I see there are a little bit stain in that microscopic view. Okay.
What is the question? Sorry, I cannot get
Okay.
the question.
Okay. About Dilapole treatment
Oh,
potential.
Dilapol, okay.
Yeah. It's a potential in curing cancer. As you
Yes.
know, that cancer is very difficult to cure.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Is there any further study on the use of this medicine? There is a side effect like cancer can come back. Oh, cancer can come back because I see there are a little bit stain in that microscopic view. Okay. Cancer can come back, Dr. Indah?
Yes, can.
After treatment with Dilapol?
We cannot say like that. I think because our incubation times, okay, how we do the experiment, actually we treat the cancer cell line in 3 days and then we stop the experiment. After 3 days, we don't know what happened and we don't know whether the cancer can proliferate again or not. This is another parameters that we need to study. But what we have studied, actually a very preliminary one, we actually incubate for 3 days actually, and we see that there is a potential of anti-cancer effect of the Dilapol on the nasal cancer cells. Okay, so it's another things to, if you want to further the study, yeah, maybe we can see whether the cancer can come back again.
Okay, it's a potential. Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Indah. It's come back again, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Olivia.
Yeah.
And then the next question from it's the question from biology student. All question in this question form. The next question is I'm sorry, from Hannah Carolina Elizabeth. Yeah. The question is, if allicin can be an anti-cancer agent, is
Yes.
there a certain dose to consume it? Certain dose. And what is the best way to process it? I mean, do we only eat it raw, or do we need to cook it first? Okay.
Okay. Actually, we don't use the garlic actually for our experiment of our study. We actually isolate the active compound, which is what we call a lysine. Okay, so for every drug study, we actually not focusing on the extract. Okay, because we want to develop drug, we need the only compound that work as an anti-cancer. Because in garlic there are many compound inside. Okay, the compound that gives smells, that compound that have the antimicrobial activities, but what we are studying is only one component of the garlic. It's a lysine.
Okay.
This is how we do. This is the first stage of the drug development actually. So I cannot answer whether you eat the garlic, how much you eat, is it cooked, because we don't use garlic itself for our study. We use a lysine, the active compound. How to get the active compound in our study? You use what we call is HPLC.
Okay.
Yeah, HPLC.
Okay.
To extract the active compound. It's a chemistry word.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Indah. And topic about active compound from plant is very amazing. I mean, I think, but today we had very nice lecture and discussion, but unfortunately time is up.
Okay.
Okay. Before closing, I would like to resume our lecture activity today from Dr. Noorma. Yeah. From the resume is Asian countries have a potential as economical power in Asia. Wow, it's great. And we must adapt to society 5.0 and industry 4.0, and our life will be integrated to cyberspace and physical space. And then from Dr. Indah, active compound from natural plant is very great to potential or prospect for anti-cancer and the other health use. Okay, and that's right, Dr. Indah. Have you some word to give the all participant today?
I just want to boost their
Yes.
motivations, okay?
Yes.
Because sometimes we not be a grateful persons. During the pandemic ni baru kita tahu how we need to be a grateful person.
Yeah.
Drive the car is a grateful opportunity. Because we don't have the opportunity to drive car during the pandemic, we are being quarantined. So let's like what we have, what I presenting now about the plants. Okay, you cannot just walk away and see the plants like nothing important. Macam what we say in Malay, pandang sebelah mata.
Yeah.
Pandang sebelah mata. But we need to be a very we need to appreciate everything, not only plant, everything we have here. Okay, right now I'm sharing you about the plants, kan? For dilapoil, for example, dilapoil tu kalau kat Malaysia dipejak-pejak oleh orang, tak tahu dia ada anti-cancer potential. Atau orang macam mak-mak tu, our parents wait as a hiasan dekat rumah. Without knowing, actually they have a great benefits to our health. So it's our responsibility actually to explore this. And for the specifically for the biology punya students, I hope for this sharing session it will motivate you.
Yes.
Okay, Chelny, motivate you to
Okay.
work hard, find out more about our plants. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Indah. I mean, I would like to thank you, Dr. Indah, for your lecture that give us motivation and inspiration. And thank you for all participants for the interactive discussion today. And I'm sorry if there are inconvenience during this lecture. I'm Virda, and we come back to Miss Rainy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Associate Professor Noormaizatul Akmar Ishak and Associate Professor Indah Muhammad Amin for the excellent lecture and motivational message for today. And thank you so much, Ibu Virda, for conducting this amazing session. Please give applause to our speaker and moderator by using the Zoom reaction feature. And then furthermore, we would like to present certificate awarding to our speaker and also our moderator for today. Okay, this is the certificate to Associate Professor Noormaizatul Akmar Ishak. And this one is certificate to Associate Professor Indah Muhammad Amin. And the last one is the certificate to Ibu Wirdatul Muslihatin. Once again, thank you very much to Associate Professor Noormaizatul Akmar Ishak, Associate Professor Indah Muhammad Amin, and Ibu Wirdatul Muslihatin for your availability on today's guest lecture series. We believe that your lecture will be useful for all participants. And now, before we end our lecture today, we invite all participants as well as the honorable speaker and moderator to take a group photo. And to all participants, please open your camera. Okay, just a moment. I will wait until all participants already open the camera. Okay. Okay, perfect. I will count until 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Once again, 1, 2, 3. One more time, please give me your best side, best picture. 1, 2, 3. Great. Now we have finished the group photo. Then for the participant, please fill the feedback form through the link bit.ly/feedback_GLS that you can also see on the Zoom chat room. The deadline for filling the feedback form is 1 hour after we finish this session. We want to remind you the participants who will get the stamp are the participants who come on time and join this event until the end and also fill the feedback form. And next week, we will back with 2 interesting streams and topics. So, okay, like you can see on the screen, so do not forget to join back next week. Finally, we have reached the end of today's guest lecture series, and we sincerely apologize for any mistakes we may have made in presenting as a Master of Ceremony and Committee. Thank you very much to our honorable speakers, moderator, and all participants for the attention and cooperation. We hope to see you soon in the other events in the future. Don't forget to follow our social media on Instagram at International Office and update of our programs. Good afternoon, everyone, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And for all participants and the honorable speaker and to Ibu Wirda, allow me to end our session in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you.